Now let's talk about planting space and guideline in planting and transplanting of your cucumber. As I mentioned earlier, there are guidelines in planting your cucumber. Cucumber actually is one plant that you can plant directly. There are different methods of planting crops in the farm. There is the indirect method and there is the direct method. So cucumber is one of the crops that you can plant directly and you have your expectations met in terms of your germination. Now you can plant directly in the farm, and then the specification I mentioned earlier about 40 cm and 50 cm or 30 cm depending on your dripping system. So that's the planting spacing and specification you need to plant in your farm. And secondly, in planting your cucumbers, there's also need for you to not some of that 2% or 3% or 1% that you use to replant in case of pests like grasshopper, natural occurrences causing some of them not to germinate or causing some of them to die when they germinate. Your replacement should happen between the first 1 week of your planting, first 1 week to 2 weeks of your plant, so that your plant can be old enough for transplanting. I've seen some farmers in the bid to use space, they farm cucumber under shades and under trees, and you will find out that one thing you notice is that their leaves becomes small. Their leaves are not broad because they are not getting enough photosynthesis to develop their leaves, their fruits, and their stems. So you see a very tiny cucumber, you'll be wondering, oh, why is my cucumber not growing tall? Why is it not growing big? Why is the leaves looking like one small leaf like that in the bush? One of the reasons is because we farm our cucumbers where we do not have enough sunlight. So for you to have an effective cucumber cultivation, you need to farm your cucumber where your cucumber can have light of about 6 to 8 or 10 hours in a day, so that they can have enough photosynthesis, they can have enough energy, because the energy they use is gotten from the sun mostly to develop their branches, develop their roots, develop their stem and their fruit. So you need adequate sunlight for your cucumber to be able to produce for you and have a good yield. So one of the things in your planting and your spacing is that you plant where there is no coverage, where there is no shade. Thank you.